It could be the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. The outcry unleashed after the death of Mahsa Amini has united Iranians irrespective of gender, age, or political orientation, and shaken Iran's ruling clerical elite, who insisted that order must be restored at all costs.
The people involved have created chaos and insecurity. They endangered lives and damaged property. They should be brought to justice, as well as those who encouraged and organized them. There are also the people who influenced the protests, and they must be dealt with. The people who participated in the riots must be dealt with. This is the will of the people.
But is the government now changing tack in the face of unrelenting fury from the Iranian people?
Mahsa Amini's death has affected everyone, and everyone believes this should be looked into. We must follow it up with any political perspective across the country. This issue must be pursued fairly and impartially.
2022 started with some good news for the Iranian authorities. The return of the Democrats under President Joe Biden resurrected hope for reviving the nuclear peace deal between Iran, the US, the EU and Japan. It had been scuttled by a Donald Trump executive order in 2018, but it remained a priority for the international community. Iran's economy was slowly emerging from 10 years of economic sanctions. That's one major reason Iran's leadership breathes a sigh of relief after negotiations looked to be going well in 2022.
You saw that today we had good negotiations in Iran. We were able to agree on a joint statement which is going to be guiding our steps for the next months.
After several months, talks stalled over the matter of US sanctions. The sanctions were initially targeted at the Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps, or IRGC, designated as a global terror group by Washington, but expanded after Iran's supply of drones to Russia against Ukraine.
We have been warning since July that Iran was planning to sell UAVs to Russia for use against Ukraine. We also exposed publicly that Russia has received drones from Iran.
The sanctions came as Iran was facing the brunt of a new wave of protests. On September the 13th, 22-year-old Mahsa Amini was arrested for improperly wearing a headscarf. Reports say she died 3 days later of a brain hemorrhage after allegedly being hit on the head by a police baton. Authorities initially tried to cover up the death as an accident, but a medical report and eyewitness testimony on social media ignited public sentiment. The first demands were for a change in the rules governing women's appearance. But now it has turned into something much bigger.
People's slogans are not only about ending the morality police, but the people's slogans are also about ending this system. It is true that one of the demands is to end the compulsory hijab, but the real demand includes the removal of this system.
Iranian authorities remain hopeful that this will not be the case. But at the moment, the people's anger suggests this could be another revolutionary moment for Iran. Shoaib Hassan, TRT World.